Welcome Teamsters, welcome to this video, which is going to give you a brief overview if you are brand new to the business or you are not entirely sure about how the process works. I'm going to take you through our boards app very, very briefly and show you where all the resources are. When you first start this business, whether you have a social media following already or whether you're absolutely brand new, it's really important that you have an idea of who you're talking to and what are you posting about. As of spring, summer 2024, it is all about the micro niche. I have created a document which I'll share with you in a minute about other body partners who are some of our most successful ones, who you can see their bios and see what they've written. It'll give you a good idea as to how to position yours. Ultimately, social media is your storefront. Everything starts with you. Firstly, you are a product of the product. So what workout program are you doing? What nutritional system are you following? You need to know that so that you can then show up on your social media and share what you're doing. Not from the point of, oh, look what I did today. It's, this is what I did today, and how can it help the person who is following you and watching you? You've always got to have in your mind, what am I posting about today and why am I posting it? What do I want to achieve with it? You're always delivering value, whether that might be a book recommendation, whether it might be a healthy recipe, whether it's about talking about how tracking your macros, say, for instance, if you're following Portion Fix or the 4-week gut protocol, how that has helped you probably lose weight, reduce inflammation, increase energy, balance your hormones, that sort of thing. It's all about how can you help somebody else? Now, that doesn't mean that every single story or post that you put up is, oh, this is what I've got, you need it, this is what it costs. It is not that at all. It is just sharing your journey. For instance, I share my workouts daily on my stories. Your stories is where the people who are already following you will, some of those will watch what you're doing. Your stories is where you build trust and where you build relationships with your followers. Your feed posts, so on the grid, that is where you can get new followers. So apart from you just reaching out and finding new people who you want to connect with, it's also, if you're using, make sure that you're using the right kind of keywords. So in, for instance, my post, because I talk a lot about menopause, weight loss, menopause, belly fat, I'm referencing menopause, belly fat loss, menopause weight gain, menopause weight loss, menopause symptoms, joint pain, gut inflammation, that sort of thing in my post. I'm being quite strategic about the words that I use and the combination of words that I use. What are people typing in Google to look for? How to lose weight, how to lose belly fat, how to lose menopause weight gain, how to lose menopause belly fat, that sort of thing. So I'm then using menopause belly fat in my posts because the words that we use in our posts, and that also includes if you use any text on your screen, or indeed if you use closed captions, which are the little words that pop up automatically if you choose captions on your feed, on your reel, that all counts as, so that's SEO, search engine optimization. So you want to be using keywords. If that all sounds gobbledygook to you, you don't need to understand what it all means. Just make sure that you know what you're posting about and who are you posting it for. That helps define your niche. And then make sure you're using words that people would be typing into Google to look for. What is it? Do they want healthy recipes, recipes under 20 minutes to make, that sort of thing, recipes that high in protein, that sort of thing, you know what? So first of all, who are you? What struggles have you had? What have you managed to overcome by doing this? And if you're brand new, what do you want to overcome by doing this? You're surrounded by people who've already had success stories. So dive into those if you don't already have your own. But you're never ever going to have a success story unless you start. So firstly, it starts with you. What workout program are you doing? What nutritional system are you doing or following? Okay. Next is making sure that your social media is your storefront. So get asked this a lot. Some people have already got an established social media feed, and if you want to, you will probably hit more success more early if you use that feed. You continue to use that feed because you've already got people on there who know you, who've connected with you, who trust you. And those are the people who, some of those are likely to be the ones who are saying, What are you doing? Can you tell me more? Okay. If you want to be very protective about, maybe you've got young children, you don't want those on social media, or you've got an ASBO on a significant other who's causing you problems and you need to keep things private, then start a new feed. I would then make sure that you've populated it with between 9 and 12 posts that are relevant to what we do, sort of healthy recipes, inspirational quotes, what you might have learned by listening to Brendan Burchard, clips of your workouts. But why are you sharing clips of your workouts? Who is it going to help by watching it? Who are you inspiring? How are you inspiring them? What problem are you helping them overcome by sharing these things? And then start to build your following, build those conversations that you're having. So your feed is where you will grow your following. Your stories is where you will build trust. You need to be looking daily to see who's watching your stories, because the people who are watching your stories are the people who ideally you want to be building that relationship with first, because if they're watching your stories, they're probably your warmest market. Okay, so that is a sort of an overview of how we show up. You have to have the lights on in your social media, which means you need to be posting. How often? Well, if you want to build your following fast, I would aim to post twice a day. I'd do once in the morning, once in the afternoon. If you are struggling with that idea, find something you can stick out with consistently. I post every day at least. I don't post on a Saturday. I don't do any feed posts, and I don't do any stories, because I find the people who follow me, they're all off doing their own activities on a Saturday, and it's really nice to know that I've got a complete day off when I don't do anything. It's also good for the algorithm if you completely let all of your stories vanish, because stories only last for 24 hours. And your feed obviously is there for your feed posts are there forever, but stories only last for 24 hours. So I clear the whole lot off on a Saturday by posting nothing. I absolutely love it. And then Sunday, I start back with my posting again. So find something that you can stick with consistently. If you can only post 3 times a week at the beginning because you're not entirely sure what you want to be posting. Excuse me, I'm going to have a sneeze in a minute and I can feel it brewing. If you're you're just getting used to posting, stick with 3 times a week and make sure you're consistent with that, because the more you post, the easier it will become. It's practice, really. This is your business, and social media is a vital aspect of your business. We are incredibly lucky that we have something that's entirely free that we can use to reach hundreds of thousands of people. So don't look at it as a challenge. Look at it as something to lean into and to grow into. You are surrounded by very, very successful partners who are killing it on social media. And, we all started not knowing a thing about it. I didn't even know what a hashtag was when I joined, and I've lent into it. I wouldn't show up on my social media when I first started like I do now, because I've really grown my confidence. I've really worked out the platform that I enjoy using the most, which is video. Actually, I love using video, but to begin with, that would have terrified me. So just start with something manageable, and then as you grow with your confidence, as you lean into the business, you learn more about the business, you will find that your social media will become much, much easier. But at the beginning, it might be a bit of a sticky point for you. You have to lean into that. You have to take action on those things that are holding you back. The fear will not get any better. Fear grows. It has a habit of starting to seep into other things too. You have to take action on it, and the sooner that you do, the better. You've joined this because you want to earn an income, I'm assuming. You can earn an income. You can earn an incredible income from it. And some things might make you feel uncomfortable, like posting on social media. You have to do that if you want to earn an income from this business. We are not a kindergarten. We are women standing in our strength. Some of us building ourselves up still, but we are here. We are adults. We are building this business together, and you have so much support. Look at it as a business. Don't treat it as a hobby. If you want to get business results, if you want to earn a decent income, you have to treat it like a business. You need to set your business hours. If you only have 45 minutes to 60 minutes a day to do your business, schedule it, strategize when you're going to do it. It doesn't take that long. A lot of people say, oh, I don't know where to start. Just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're all taking messy action. Just start by maybe figuring out what your social media post is going to be. Get your Instagram bio. I'll go through that in a minute, and your niche set up. And then just start talking to that. Start talking to that person. Start making sure you're watching you see who's watching your stories. That's all in the social media training. I'll show you that in a minute. You have to start taking action and let it be messy action and lean into it. And you'll find the more action you take, the quicker you get with it. And that then has a cumulatory effect. It's a bit like pumping a well. We often refer to it in the business. It's pumping the well. Once you've got it's really hard to get it going to begin with. And then once eventually you get some traction, the water starts to flow, and then you just have to pump gently. And that's very much sort of, that describes this business very well. A few books, if you're struggling with just sort of getting yourself out there, is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. You will get no's from people. None of us are immune to no's. The people who are hitting the really big Success Club numbers, you get 2 Success Club points for every customer or partner that you bring on. Your aim is to hit Success Club 5 as a minimum every month. That means bringing on 2 to 3 people, or 3 customers every month, ideally. You really want to be going for more than Success Club 5. Aim for Success Club 10. That is 5 customers or 5 partners into the business. That will then accumulate. You'll start to create a nice residual income, and you also get a bonus. You get a $100 or pound bonus for every 5 customers you bring in, or 5 partners that you bring in on a 5-week period. And it soon mounts up. Within 3 months, you will have earned just shy of £1,800 or dollars if you are bringing on 5 customers or partners a month. So with that, once you have figured out who you're talking to and what you're posting about, the next thing is to grow your following, grow who you're connecting with. Now, I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty of all that because I've got some great tutorials. I'm just going to share my screen with you, and then I can show you the assets that you have access to, which are going to go through all this tutorial in great detail. Now, let me just get rid of my meeting controls. Okay, so you are in this boards app. And if you're not in this boards app, because this will be in the welcome email as well, then make sure that you request, just send me a message and say, can you put me in the partner training First Steps boards app, please? So start here. This has got lots of folders in, as you will see. Just work your way through web page 1, web page 2, and web page 3. All you have to do is click on them, watch that video, and then you can work your way down here. Okay, not going to go into that in any great detail right now. We have, when you join, there is the 28-day action plan, there is the 10-step body business plan, and the healthy pipeline documents. Depending on how you like to learn, will really depend. If I just pop into my Body Partners app, will really depend on which method you want to take. So I'm in the Body Partners app. If you've not yet joined this, make sure that you do. You'll see here, you can click up there, and that takes you literally to the sort of the app, but we're in the app now anyway, because I've just entered it. The 28-day new partner action plan. I would ideally double click on that, and it will take you through here. Okay. Work your way through that. It gives you daily actions to take, and it also helps you learn about what you get in your coach office. So I highly recommend, whether you've been in the business for a while or whether you're brand new to it, I recommend doing this, because it will just help you understand the basics of the business. Okay. The other thing I do want you to do is, if you look here, the 10-step body business plan, double click on that. Watch these. This is all one video in actual fact, and this is also in our boards app. The 10-step body business plan is, where have I put it? So you can watch that will link you directly to the video. That's the full video, and it's only about an hour long, but that gives you really, really good overview of what it means to be in this business and how to build your business effectively. If you use this link here, the video is broken down into 10 stages. It still takes you through the video. It's just that if the first video is a few minutes long instead of the whole hour. Okay. The other thing I want you to go through is, if I go back to our boards app, I really want you to go through these healthy pipeline videos. They're about an hour each. To begin with, you definitely want to watch part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is about initiating connections, adding followers, and having conversations. That is like the top of your business funnel. That's how you're going to build new relationships with people. And then part 2 is all about inviting and having those conversations and bringing people on as either customers or team members. Okay, I've also created a document for each of these, so you can have a look at those documents, because they've also got various links to posts that you might want to have a look at. There's a niche workshop there that I did a while back. So have a look through this. It's got all sorts of links that might help you, you know, feel more confident once you've gone through each of these healthy pipeline videos. In this folder, the specific trainings, I really want you to spend some time in there, because it links to the 28-day action plan. It's dead easy. It gives you the link there. It also gives you a quick link to the healthy pipeline videos and the documents and a brief overview about it there. And the daily actions, which is another web page. Whenever you see like a page like that, make sure you click it, because there's probably quite a lot of information in there that's really going to help you. And this takes you through all the elements of this business. So how to use the business activity tracker. That is a digital activity tracker in your coach office that is going to help you make sure that you are doing each of the vital behaviors every day in order to build your business. This is about getting organized for your business. That is about planning and time management. This is expanding and connecting. So how to find those people that you ultimately want to work with, whether they become your customers or team members. And then I've included the healthy pipeline part 1 in here as well, because it covers the similar sort of information. And then how to invite and follow up. That is also included here, the healthy pipeline number 2. Conversations and closing sales with Brendan. That was absolutely terrific. That will really help you once you're in conversation with people, how to encourage them to come to a decision. Okay, customer service, building your team and rank advancing. The how to hit Emerald. Emerald is your first goal. That is bringing on 2 team members. Emerald you want to be trying to hit in your first week. And then your next goal mark after that is going to be Diamond. That is having 12 people either working the business or they have signed up as a preferred customer just to get the discount on the products. So you want to be watching that, because that gives you an idea of just 2 people is Emerald. And that opens up the team bonus cycles. That's what you want to be aiming for as soon as possible. And then growing your team with working partners. And that by the time you've got to here, you will know an awful lot about the business. So I do recommend you go through this web page. You'll see here a lot of the trainings in here are also, in fact, they're all in here, but there might be a few extras in here. So you can see in the web page, I refer to this expanding and connecting document. There's a second one there. So if you're really struggling with expanding and connecting, and to be quite honest, that's where a lot of people really struggle with, because it's the very beginning of the funnel. They're thinking, I don't know who to find. I don't know how to connect with people. These 2 videos will really, really help you, as well as the healthy pipeline part 1. This is the video on following up, a video on inviting and following people, selling without being salesy, how to hit Emerald again, building your team, attraction marketing. That's more related to your social media, how to post in such a way that people come to you rather than you reaching out to them. And then this is a little bit about dealing with Shakeology objections on the whole, and then there's some Shakeology training there. And then take a look at this objection slides as well. I'll just quickly go into that for you. This is quite an old document, but it's still a really, really useful document. I've also, in our boards app, if you go to when messaging customers, say you're talking to customers, and then this is all your business. If you're building your team, all the conversations and the links are in here about that. But we'll just go into customers first. So if we go to messaging, responding to no's or radio silence, you've got the most common ones. So no time. There's 3 options there you can use. If people say I can't afford it, I would choose one of those options. They don't want Shakeology. That's one of those messages I would use. And to go into these, just click it. Okay. This is the sort of thing that I reply to people if people come up to me with those objections. No willpower or commitment. So those are like the major objections you're going to get. To be honest, if somebody says to me a hard no, I normally ask if they'd like me to email them for me to add them to my email list. And I always offer the previews. So there's a couple of messages here. So rather than having nothing from me, I can offer you a whole load of free workouts if you'd like them. Hi, yes, if that's the, click this link, it will suggest workouts for your fitness level and goals. When you do this, obviously you'll need to make sure that you populate it with your partner ID there. That is mine. But you can get that from the product directory, which is, I've got a quick link here on my toolbar. Make sure you get really good at putting your links that you need quick access to on your toolbar. You put your partner ID in here. So mine's 153129. And then if I wanted to send a link for a total solution pack, I click that. And then I can either scroll down or I can type it in here. If I wanted the total solution pack, I would copy the link here, link copied, and then I could go up to the bar and Command V or Control V, and that will paste that into the bar, and then Google will pop it up for me, and I could send that technically to a customer who wants to see what they get. Okay, that's saying the pack price there is 118 because I'm logged in and it knows that I've already got a total solution pack. So this is automatically defaulted to the completion pack, which is basically it gives me just the product, gives me all this, not body, because I've already got my body membership already. So if that happens to you, this really foxed me to begin with. It will automatically default to completion pack. The way you can find out, because I think it's a good idea to just know exactly what you're sending out to people. I do a share a cart, which you can find in your coach office. There's also links to it. And let me go back to our body board. If you are, let me go. Sorry, I've got loads of boards. I use Boards app a lot. If you go to this folder, how to send links to prospects, there's a share a cart tutorial, how to share product links, and the product directory link there. So have a look at those. And then I just want to spend a bit of time. So I advise you to have a look through all this so you know you've got a good idea of where things are, so that you understand pretty much where you can find various resources in this, because this Boards app contains a lot of information for you. Every team call that I listen to that I think is really, really good, I add here. It's also in a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is probably the easiest way of you finding it, because the team calls grows and grows and grows. I've used hashtags to try and break it down into various topics for you, so it's easy. But you can have a look at the topic here, have a look at these, how to automate your business with ChatGPT, whatever it is, attracting high quality partners, and then you can just click that and it will go straight to the video. And then if there's any document that is associated with any of these trainings, the document is linked there as well. Okay, so go to the team calls, keep your eye on this because this gets updated several times a week, and it's got some really, really useful topics in there for you. So I want you to have a look at the social media training folder, because I chat to partners saying, oh yeah, I've done the training. It's just like, obviously you've not. Definitely you've not done the training. You need to work through here. There is quite a lot in here, and you don't need to do it all straight away. If you're brand new to Instagram, in fact, even if you're not, I would go through level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 4 and 5, by the time you got to level 3, you're probably doing quite a bit of the level 4 as well. Have a look at these. They're all videos from and resources from Brock and Shalene Johnson. They are linked to a Facebook group, but if you click that link there, this gives you, it's basically the training that from all of their levels within the Insta Club Hub. Okay, so if I just go back there, so and each one here, so you can see level 1 Instagram basics, you can see what you learn in the video, so you'll know whether do you need to watch that video basically. By the time you get to level 2, this is where you need to be very strategic about your Instagram bio and also your Facebook bio if you're working on Facebook too. I have just created this document called the Body Partner Instagram Bio. I'll show you that in a minute. I want you to see here. So niche 101, that's all about defining who your niche is. And then this is about setting up your Instagram profile and bio correctly. Okay, make sure you watch this video. Just click it here and it takes you directly to that video. That is level 2 account setup. And then about your strategy about posting once you've set your account up properly. When you're in this, you're going to be thinking, oh, how do I find my niche? I don't really know what to write in my bio. I don't really know what to do. So here I've created a document for you, and I've taken all of my favorite partners and also the top performing partners in the network, and you've got all their bios here. Okay. So like, and I want you to notice here, they haven't got huge followings, a lot of them. That, you know, for people who've been in the business for many, many years, they have not got huge followings, but they have got a huge, huge business. It is not about the amount of followers you've got. It's about the conversations that you're having in the DMs that will ultimately dictate your success. Now, while we're on the topic of micro niche, because you really do have to hone in on what you want to talk about. And the interesting thing about this is a lot of these are talking about the fitness side of things and nutrition, but they are also inviting to the business behind the scenes. So a lot of these will be, they're bringing on loads of customers every month, and some of those customers fall in love with it and want to build a business too. But they will also be looking for people on Instagram and on Facebook who look like they would be great at building this business. They look, you know, they've got good work ethic, they're interested in health and wellness, they're looking for something else, they're hardworking, you know, they've got balls, they're going to show up, they're going to do it. And they will be inviting a lot of people. They will be aiming to bring on about 5 to 7 new team members every month, just to give you an idea. Some of them will be bringing more on, and they'll be probably bringing on between 10 and 20 new customers a month. So just to give you an idea of what they're bringing on to get their multiple 7-figure incomes, and all of these are multiple 7 figures. Some of them are 8-figure earners. Okay, Danielle's been around for ages. She was around in the time when it was much, much easier to build a big, big following. So that will partly explain that number there. But she was also in Insanity. She has a very close relationship with Sean T, and that makes a big difference too. But just have a look what what are they using here for their words. Their fitness and business mentor is really general. I would not use that. Optimizing your wellness for longevity is really general. I would not use that. But I've added it here because I wanted you to see what my thoughts are on it and what they're not. When you go through your micro niche training with Brock and Shalene, you will understand that you need keywords in your bio. Now, Danielle, she is an influencer. She's at an influencer level. And when you get to that level, you can pretty much share what you want. So at the earlier days, you have to be very, very specific about your words that you use in here. So just be mindful of that. Danny, she's been fighting to get into the top 10 for years, and she's bloody there now. But you can see she's got fewer followers than I've got. She's done really, really well, and she talks. So she uses her workouts. If you look at her bio or her feed for a while, you'll see that most of her workouts also refer to not just being healthy and fit, but the business side of things. So while she shares a lot of workouts and fitness stuff, it's all around also how you can build a business around it. So, I wouldn't spend too long looking at all of these, but do go and have a look at what they're posting, because it might give you some inspiration of what you can, what you could talk about. Grab my outfit guide and workouts. I would not, she's offering a freebie, which is fine. It's brilliant to have a freebie. Don't worry about outfits right now. You offer a freebie. You could include the previews link. Get my free workouts and have a link to a form where people fill in the form, or whatever you want to do. Form filling is, you can Google how to make my own form. I use Google Forms. They're brilliant. Kim, she has a huge following. She's got several other businesses as well. She's very much based upon mindset. Again, I just want you to sort of see the different types of profiles and bios that we've got going on here. Life leadership growth coach, to be honest, it says nothing. But because she's got such a huge following, it doesn't really matter. Mindset mentor, again, it doesn't really say much. Mindset is searchable. Mentor is searchable, but it's not particularly specific. So avoid the vague words. Like for me, menopause, belly fat loss. People know exactly what they're going to get when they come to my bio. So be very specific about the words that you use. Holly, she's got a huge following as well. Now, she is one of the most successful recruiters, but she focuses so much at the moment, since the micro niche thing started, which is relatively recently. Her whole feed is about healthy dessert recipes, and that's literally pretty much all she talks about. And her following has gone up significantly recently because of that. So because she's so specific, you know, she's shared here how she managed to lose some weight. She's got free recipes here. I won't worry about that. That's another company that she's recently started. But her bio is really good, helping mums lose the weight without giving up desserts. Mum of 3 boys, down 50 pounds natural. I would not worry about mum of 3 boys. Again, it's not specific. Who cares? It doesn't tell your audience how you're going to help them. It's irrelevant. That's sort of old-fashioned stuff. But she's in such a position, she doesn't need to worry about that. She's influencer level again. Jamie is one of our most successful team members or partners, and her following is much smaller, but her business is absolutely booming. But you can see here she's talking about the business more than she is about fitness and nutrition. Erin, she's number 1 at the moment, or she's number 2. She might be number 2. She converts a lot of her customers into partners, so she brings on masses of customers. Her social media is very basic, but her energy is amazing. So number 1 or 2 in the business, and that's the amount of followers she's got. So don't feel you've got to have masses of followers. Carrie's profile is always private. She hit 6 figures within 10 months. Works really hard. She's multiple. She's probably 7 figures by now. Okay. And retired Denny's waitress doing fit chick shit. That is her, literally down to the ground. But you can bet your bottom dollar she is having masses of conversations in the background. Tasha, I think she's our number 1. She's got a huge amount of followers. She's very good at marketing. But you can see empowering mums to love their postpartum body while losing the baby weight. So postpartum, searchable, losing the baby weight, searchable, key term, lose your first 10 pounds, and she's got a freebie. So just be mindful of using search, keywords in your bio. Brittany, again, she's been around for years and years, relatively small following. What she says here, faith, health, IVF. IVF is massive, and anything like that, if you've gone through IVF or adoption, having that in your profile will get you a lot more followers. Anybody who's like alcohol recovery, sober journey, that sort of thing, you will get a lot of followers back because it's a very specific group of people. Legacy Club, Biz Mentor, it means nothing. It means that she hit the million club a while back. But for somebody looking at her bio, doesn't mean anything. They don't know what the Legacy Club is. Biz Mentor, it's not even searchable, it's biz owner. People coming to her profile can read it and think, oh yeah, she's a business owner, but they're not searching for biz owner. If they're searching for a search term, they're probably searching business mentor, work from home opportunity, freedom lifestyle, that sort of thing. And even freedom lifestyle is really generic. Okay, so just be mindful that some of these are brilliant. Some of them don't really say a lot. Never use body in your profile. Never use Shakeology. Never use the name of the company, because people will see it and they'll think, oh, she's just going to try and sell me something. This Micah, again, is one of our most successful partners ever. She is just like phenomenal. She lives on the farm. She's got 6 kids, which she homeschools. And she is doing really well, helping mums beat the chaos and lose weight while still enjoying sourdough. I think it's sourdough, and then obviously they sell their beef as well. I have no idea what DYC means. It's just a waste of letters as far as I'm concerned. And our beef. This is not her beef. This is not her sales page for her beef farm. But helping mums beat the chaos, lose weight while still enjoying sourdough. That says a bit more. But her success is because of all the messages she's having in the background. So while your bio is really important to help new people find you, it's not the be all and end all, so long as you are having those messages in the background with the people who are following you and also who are watching your stories, who are liking and commenting on your stuff. That's why you can't just post and ghost. You have to be mindful of who's watching your stuff, who's liking it, and who is commenting. And being really mindful about building a relationship with these people just because they show up on your stories doesn't mean you just send them an invite. You have to then have the conversation. So go back to those videos in the specific trainings folder, or indeed in the web page 3, I think it was, that talks about how to connect and build your following. Amy, she has a huge following. She's brilliant at her social media. She's great at her photography, and she loves just living outside. So best way to not have to find yourself is to not lose yourself. Again, it doesn't really say an awful lot, but she's influencer status, so she can get away with that. And plus, she's in the DMs all the time. She is having a massive, you know, she's always busy working her business. She's always having a lot of conversations. So yeah, just be aware of what you're writing here. Nicole Dobransky, this is brilliant. I help runners lose weight without starving with simple swaps and flavorful meals. That is fabulous. She's really specific about who she helps and how she helps them. And she's got a free download. That is one of the best bios here at the moment. Meg Kozlowski, mentoring mums to create a flexible and enjoyable career so she's focusing more on the business, in health and wellness, nutrition focused account. Says a bit, but not an awful lot. But she's a very, very successful partner. Kelsey, Mama Life Unfiltered, at-home fitness. That is searchable keyword. The mum next door sharing secrets of prioritizing you and starting before you're ready. Find your strength. That really doesn't say an awful lot, to be quite honest. But look at her following. But her posts, look at what she posts. She is bang on with her posts, and her posts are where she gains her followers. Laurie, 135, she's influencer status as well. Helping busy mums get healthy and strong, searchable. Without giving up dessert, yep, searchable. I would, rather than saying without, I would say while eating healthy dessert, because healthy dessert is a very, very popular search term. Grief warrior, wellness coach and author. Stop dieting with me. Okay, well, that says quite a lot. That's not a bad bio. Christina Delgado, she's been around for donkey's years. Her following is relatively small given the time she's been here, former attorney, now lifestyle mentor. So she's working more on the business side of things, but she's been here for years. She has got a relatively small following given the amount of time she's been here, but she works her business incredibly well. Again, it's all going on in the background. Janelle, she's got quite a large following, your mind and body business trainer. I've tried that actually before on my profile. I don't think it's very specific. Simple high protein recipes is nurturing your food relationship. That's a pretty good one. Workouts and flexible nutrition plans. So her profile's not bad. I just don't think mind body biz trainer says an awful lot. If it were me, I would put that here. So Janelle Summers dash mindset, business and fitness coach, something like that. Because here, this Julie Vorey's mindset habits, morning routines, that is searchable. So Janelle is not taking advantage of that space there, okay? But that is all part of your training when you get into the social media training levels. And then finally, Julie's been around probably longer than anyone, relatively small following. Helping midlife women rediscover their joy. It's a bit wishy-washy. Creating purpose and energy with customized morning routines. So that, you know, the customized morning routines, that she's got morning routines in here. I think I would word this differently. And that might explain why she's not got the largest following as well, given that she's been a partner for so many years. So this is not a critique of all their bios. I think this gives you a good idea of how, you know, what is a good idea, what is a good bio. You see, Laurie, there's the space here that she's wasting. What does she could add something here. Laurie Miggins, a keyword search term that she focuses in. Healthy desserts. Laurie Miggins, losing weight with healthy desserts, something like that. Kelsey Hill, she's not using that space very well either. Although, having said that, she's got a huge following. So the reason to share all this is the fact you have to be mindful of what you've got in your Instagram bio to begin with, because you are going to need to build your followers up. Once you've got your followers, you can pretty much talk about what you want. But in the earlier days, you need to be specific about making sure you've got keyword search terms in here, okay? So that people who are searching for those terms find your account. Your account then pops up on their explore page, okay? Hashtags help to a degree. Don't use hashtags in your bio anymore. You don't need to do that. So that's 2 or 3 years old. but you do want keywords in your bio, okay, to help build that. Kelsey also, I think she joined up with Millie, Modern Millie. I think they work together on building her following as well. So she's had very specific social media. She paid for one-on-one help with her following, but she's wasting vital space here as well. So just make sure that you're making good use of all the spaces, but you will learn all about that in the level 2 training in the social media folder. Again, Meg, she's not using hers either. So have a look at all these. Go and have a quick look at some of their posts. For me, this is one of the best ones. Her profile is fabulous. Healthy recipes for runners. You couldn't be more specific about that. So have a look through these. It gives you a good outline as to what you should be considering, what you're going to use. Obviously, you are limited by the amount of characters that you're allowed to use. So use the and squiggle rather than the AND. I can never remember. What is it? Ampersand? Is that what it's called? Empower. This is another really good one. Empowering mums to lose their postpartum body. Love their postpartum body while losing the baby weight. Again, that is a really, really good profile. And she's using it well. Tasha, postpartum weight loss, because that is a searchable term. And when I talk about a searchable term, if I just go up into here, so if I'm going to Google postpartum weight loss, you can check here. So how many? 124 million results in 0.3 seconds. Okay. Menopause weight loss. 127, similar. Weight gain. So which would I use? 46 million, 0.6. So menopause weight loss would be much better for me to use in my bio rather than menopause weight gain. Okay. So belly fat loss. 420 million results. Brilliant again. Belly fat loss tips. 271 million. So I could use belly fat loss or belly fat loss tips. I'll probably just use belly fat loss. I don't use more words than you need to just for the sake of using words. But so what is your is it a postpartum hair loss? 32 million. You can see healthy desserts. 1 point, bloody hell, that is massive, isn't it? Bloody hell. I mean, that's why the accounts that are sharing all the healthy dessert recipes are growing like crazy, because it's huge. Look at those. And you've got Shakeology. You could easily do healthy desserts. You can go to the blog and you can download, you can use our Beachbody blog, go to, where is it? Our Body on Demand. Go to more, blog, and go to, I think it's under recipes, it might be under nutrition. I mean, have a look at these. Is it Shakeology as a drop down? Have a look through these. Snickerdoodle, want to get healthy, eat more dessert. Have a look at that. See what it says. Use this as some of your content. If you're struggling with content, you can use these photos. So you right click on it, copy image or save image as. You can use those. You're allowed to use all of these. And then what you can do, I would not use that because it's got Shakeology on it. But you could actually use that and cut the Shakeology off if you know how to use Canva. So have a look at these. Use them. Get the ingredients of these recipes, the peppermint mocha. And what I would say when you're sharing the recipe, I would not say Shakeology. I would refer to it as your superfood shake. That actually hasn't got the recipe in it. I don't think. You might have a link. I think that's just to buy it. Yeah, it is. But a lot of these do have the recipes included in them. I would not use that image, but I might use that image. Ideally, use your own images because people can tell if they're professional or not. You can use professional ones every now and again. But you copy the instructions, the recipe from the blog, and talk about why, depending on who you're talking to. So for me, let me just stop my share for a second. I've got to find my floating toolbar. So whenever I talk about Shakeology, I talk about the adaptogen herbs helping people with menopause anxiety, menopause stress, menopause belly fats. Of course, it helps with sugar cravings. It helps us manage our stress more effectively because of the adaptogen herbs. Well, belly fat is largely a stress-related issue. So I talk about my adaptogen herb superfoods all the time, but I never mention the name of Shakeology, unless, of course, I'm selling information to a customer prospect and then they're going to see, oh, it's got Shakeology on it. So then that is when I will start to call it Shakeology. But otherwise, it's my superfood shake or my adaptogen herbs shake. And if it's the recipe says, oh, the recipe states Shakeology, I just refer to my protein powder. I say I use my protein powder that includes adaptogen herbs, but use whichever protein powder you have at home. And then finally, remember the business activity tracker. This is in your back office. And this is what you need to be aiming to fill every single day in order to build your business. If you find that you manage to just do a few bits, start on the bits one. So if you manage to find that you only did a few bits one day, start on the bits that you didn't do the next day, so that you're always making sure you're ticking all the boxes. You need to be doing every aspect of the business for it to work properly. So to begin with, you're going to be building up your social media. That's your first focus. After you've done that, you're then going to be building your following, expanding your reach. So ideally, some of your posts are going to be getting new followers in as well, but you're going to be looking to widen the people that you know as well. You are going to be actively following new people. And then some of those are going to be following you back. Some of those are going to be watching your stories. Some of those are going to be commenting and liking on your posts. You are then going to be building that relationship with those people. Oh, thanks for following along on my stories. Do you work out too? Are you working towards any health and fitness goals yourself? Have a look at those connecting and following videos, because those will give you loads and loads of tips and ideas, all the scripts, the messaging ideas. I don't necessarily follow scripts, but I think it's helpful in the earlier days to have an idea of what you could do. So all the scripts are there as well in our boards app, and they are broken down into customer prospect scripts and business prospect scripts. And then once you've done that, you're building the relationship. You might be then sending information, all the assets to send out in the folder called assets to send out. All the information that you might want to send is in there. Always listen to what they're saying to you more than you talk to them. What are their problems? Why do they want to get better now? Why do they want to lose that weight? What is the intrinsic driver for them to want to get healthier and fitter? You really want to understand where they're coming from, rather than thinking, oh yeah, I know, I've got this solution. Here you are, here's your card, buy it now. We don't do it like that. It's very much about having a conversation about their problems, their struggles. What do they need help with? Have we got a solution that will help them? Chances are we have, but it's up to you to really sort of decipher what their particular woes are, so that you know that you can then offer them the solution that is best for them. And then it's about closing the sale effectively. Have a deadline. If there's a promotion, make sure they know about the promotion, the expiration date, and then always follow up. You have to follow up. You need to be following up regularly with everyone. I still have people who are messaging me back from 2018 saying, oh, I keep putting it off, but I really need to start now. 6 years later. But they're starting now. So you're going to be looking at about a 3-month lead in. So the conversations you're having today, in around 3 months, most of those will convert. Be aware of that, because if you say to me, I want to earn a big income, it means you need to be doing work today. Don't put it off until tomorrow. Don't put it off and think, oh, I'm afraid. You have to lean into the fear. Otherwise, it will not work. We've all lent into that fear. We've all taken action. And I promise you, you will go to bed with the biggest smile on your face because you took action. And we're not offering something that's going to kill people. Really question, what is your fear? Why are you afraid? Well, we have something that can help people massively. We can help people lose weight. We can help them understand nutrition. We can help them prevent disease further down the line. We can help them build a business. There is so much that we offer to help people with. Right, I've got to go. My dogs are creating havoc here, and hope that was helpful to you. Any questions, just send me a message. Please do make sure that you are not sticking your head in the sand. If you've got problems, if you're not entirely sure about something, message me. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to manage your business. It's entirely up to you to run your business. But I've been through those fears myself. I work with everybody who does. and I can give you some tangible tips in order to help you overcome those fears. But make sure you go through the training. There are no workarounds. What we do works. And if you follow the business activity tracker, you will see success. You have to learn the stuff. You have to be part of the tutorials. You need to understand what it is that you're offering. You need to treat it like a business. The crazy thing is you've invested in it, and it's a tiny investment. If you'd invested £250,000 or dollars into starting this, you'd show up every day to make sure you got there. So treat it like a £250,000 investment, and you'll soon be making that £250,000 dollar reward. I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.